In this video, I'm going to show you a few tools and consumables that can be very helpful when you're doing electronics repair that might not be very obvious. Everybody knows that we need the soldering iron, the flux, the wire cutters, and even helping hands are obvious. And some of these might be obvious to you as well, but in general, they're less obvious. So I want to start with precision knives. So you can get these in a kit, and this is just a cheap kit that's available on Amazon. It comes with a couple different knife handles, several different blades, and I just have the standard blade equipped right there. Now specifically what those can be useful for is you can very carefully strip a wire with it if you can't get it with your strippers. And by very carefully, I mean very carefully. You don't want to nick the wire, because if you nick the wire, you can damage the integrity of the wire. So you pretty much only want to do that if it's your only option, and it can be done. Good technique can make it work well. It's just not your first choice most of the time. You can use it to cut traces or cut away hot glue or scrape away solder mask. It's just a very useful tool to have a sharp precision knife. Another useful set of tools to have are dental picks. And these are particularly useful for scraping things, to kind of help hold things in place while you solder. Say if tweezers aren't quite practical, but using just a little stick kind of helps. They can help you mechanically scrape away conformal coating if the repair you're making is underneath the conformal coating. That's in addition to a solvent or some kind of a chemical. All by itself, that's a little bit much. And in general, you can always find a use for a pointy stick or a pick. If you get a hold of a set of dental picks, you'll probably find you're using them more often than you think you would. Now sometimes you want a pick that's abrasive, but less so. And that's where these little wooden picks can come in. And they're not toothpicks, and they're not skewers, but they're sold online as cuticle pushers. And they're just these little pointy sticks with a round point on one end and a flat on the other end. And they help you when you might need to scrape away at something that is softer than the substrate you're scraping it off of, like a PCB. Again, with conformal coating, if you have to scrape some of that away to get to your part so you can actually make your repair, the wooden stick is a great choice, because in addition to the solvent you're using, which will soften the coating, then you can go in and use the pick, the stick, as an abrasive that you don't have to worry you're going to damage the circuit board with. Whereas the dental pick, you can use that right on a solder joint, like a particularly big through-hole joint. You can't really use that throughout the PCB unless you want to be extremely careful and meticulous, and even then, you'll still scratch it up and make mistakes and slip. So for any situation where you want a light abrasive that's not going to damage anything that's hard, the wooden stick is great. And you'll probably find even more uses for it. I found a use for it where I would cut off one end and then split it down about 1/4 of an inch, maybe 3/8. And then I would put a short section of desoldering wick in it. Usually when it gets too short, or I couldn't work with the wick still attached to the whole roll. Sometimes you can get away with that, sometimes you can't. And having an insulated way to hold on to it where you don't burn your fingers is something that the stick can be used for. And then we have acid brushes. Those are useful when dealing with chemicals, or you just need to dust a board off without air or something like that. You can use it to apply new conformal coating after you've finished your repair. You can use it to selectively apply a solvent like alcohol or acetone. And in general, it's just useful to have. Now, I don't use them a whole lot, but I do have them on standby just because they do have their uses that you can't really do with something else. Now, you've probably heard of electrical tape, and you probably have some. But for electronics, I don't recommend that tape at all. You might have noticed by now that electrical tape sucks. And if you haven't, you probably will, unless you're an electrician, which is where that tape is really useful. And even then, it still kind of sucks. But for electronics work, I recommend Kapton tape. And you can get it in these little kits of varying widths. Now, Kapton is just a brand name. This stuff, I believe, is actually polyamide, but it's known as Kapton tape because of the brand name. It's very dominant. But this stuff is very heat resistant and it's very insulating, and it doesn't leave behind a horrible residue like electrical tape does. And it's semi-transparent, which isn't always important, but it's nice. Electrical tape isn't transparent at all. But you can use this stuff as a stick-on solder mask if there's a spot where solder might flow and you really don't want it to. You can use it as kind of a semi-heat shield, or you can just use it on something that might be going into a high heat environment. The adhesive won't melt, the tape won't melt, it'll hold up and it'll stick and do a good job. I definitely recommend picking some up if you don't have some already. And now the last thing I want to mention seems obvious to me, but maybe it's not to you guys, so I wanted to go ahead and mention these things. Anyway, cotton swabs. Just useful for cleaning stuff up. Whether you're cleaning up after your own work or you're cleaning up something else that's covering your work before you get to it. If you're working on something that's dirty, or again with the conformal coating. Once you get that stuff removed, then the Q-tip is useful to keep going over it once or twice more with the solvent. That way you can make sure it's all gone before you start your work. But the cotton swab is just a very light abrasive. And if you need to, you can even clip an end off and use the paper stick, if you have the paper ones, as another medium light abrasive. And then by extension of the cotton swabs, you can also use cotton balls. I've found these to be pretty useful, though they leave behind a lot of lint, so you do want to be careful. So you might find that none of these tools are quite necessary, but they are all a great improvement to the ease of making repairs and doing your electronics work. So you have something from really sharp and pointy, aggressive abrasive, to something less sharp, still pointy, still aggressive abrasive, to some tools that are light, medium light abrasives, and some super light abrasives. All very useful, very inexpensive things to have on your desk. And you might not use them all the time, you might not use them every day, but when you need them and you don't have them, you'll wish you had them. So you may as well get some on your desk because they're a big help when they're needed. If you found this video helpful or informative, go ahead and leave a like. If you have a question or a suggestion, or you just want to contribute to the conversation, leave a comment down below. And if you'd like to see more content like this, soldering content, electronics content, then hit the subscribe button and hit the bell because there's more coming in the future. I'll see you guys in the next one.